Zippity doo dah, zippity Monday. I had to come up with something new, right? Happy Monday, Monday. You can trust that day. Hello. I don't know why all of a sudden I was getting ready to do this and zippity doo dah, zippity a came into my head. Do you guys remember that? Zippity doo dah, zippity a. My oh my, what a wonderful day. Hey, if we're here, it's a wonderful day, I think, right? So hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. As always, I'm David Burrows to take you through some positive things that are happening in our community. I have to say, like, there's people reach out to me and want to be on the show, as I welcome that for sure, right? And sometimes they reach out and it's like it's a real big, it's like a news thing or a rant thing, and we just want to do positive stuff here, right? I know there's as all the positive that we talk about here, and we always say stay positive. I know there's frustrations out there. There's some anger out there. I don't like this and I don't like that. We do have to deal with those things, but we've got to find a way to keep it positive. And it's hard sometimes. It's really hard sometimes, right? If you go on my Facebook, my personal timeline, I'm always posting positive things. And sometimes people, it's easier said than done. You know what? It's easier to not do anything at all about it than easier said than done. Yes, it's easy to say things, but then to follow through and move forward and be positive. It's easy to do. It is easy to do. I read a book a long time ago. I should get this out right now. There it is. Maybe I should start my own book club. I read a book a long time ago, and I have the latest version right here. And this is called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. And he talks about turning simple disciplines into massive success and happiness. Basically, one of the things he says in this book, and it's a great book, and it's an easy read, just so you know. Easy read. And let's see, we got how many pages? 275 pages. 275 pages. Read 10 pages a day. You'll have it done sooner than you think. If to be positive, one of the things he talks about in there is like you'll say, like, quitting smoking is easy to do. The problem is it's easy not to do. See the philosophy in there? So anyway, I'm not here to preach today. I like to share some of my personal philosophies, and I love this book, and I read all the time. And if I don't read it in a book like this, I read on my phone. There's no games on my phone. It takes effort to be positive. Absolutely. It's easier to be negative. But we've got to find a way to get through all of that stuff. And, I think the pandemic and everything, I saw a lot of colors come out in people maybe we didn't realize, but we came through it. We can stay positive, and surrounding yourself with the right people really makes a difference as well. It's a hard lesson to learn for sure. And sometimes we have to sit back and go, wow, boy, who am I hanging around with? Right. So just food for thought today, folks. And if you agree with what I'm saying and you agree that it takes effort to be positive, then click the like button. Let me know. Share your comments down. Please say hello in the comments. And as we get to my guests coming up shortly, make sure you're asking the questions about their services or their organization or whatever it is that they're talking about, and click the like button. But I always ask if you could take a moment, do it right now, click the share button and share this video around. So that the message of what I'm talking about, but more importantly, the message of my guests on the show, get their message shared out into the community, because that's really the purpose of the show here. So appreciate that. And what else do I want to say before? I think I started telling you last week that the show is also available as a podcast. If you want to take me to the gym or put me in your phone, you can do that. And listen to our guests talk. You can do that on Spotify, Apple, Google, Stitcher, and a whole lot more. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can download the show with David Burrows. So happy to be doing that now. Been doing it for a little while, not as consistent, but it's all tested out and figured out. And So you'll be able to do that regularly. Thanks so much for, of course, all of you. And I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to my wonderful sponsors. Every week, I appreciate them. Blue Water Power, a group of companies coming on recently to support the show, and they support so many great things in our community. Thank you, Blue Water Power, for all that you do in our community. Joe's Discount Tire, the weather's out there, and you got to get them snow tires on there if you really want to be safe out there. Winter snow tires really do make a difference than just regular tires. And of course, for over 11 and a half years now, my friend Guy at AG Event Graphics, also known as askguy.ca. Go to their website, check out all the great things that they do with wraps and signage, and there's just a super long list. And we're fortunate to have them here locally in our community. They do support many organizations as well. And they're not just local, they are known all throughout the world. Let me tell you, Jennifer and I were in Jamaica a while ago, and there was I saw askguy.ca there. So there you go. They're all over the place. Thank you so much, Guy, for all your support. Well, Sarnia Sting on a roll, 4 in a row as of yesterday, meaning Saturday, I should say. Sorry, 2 days ago, as of Saturday. And wow, fantastic. It all started last week here at home when they would take on the Erie Otters. It was an interesting game for sure, and it certainly got close, and I think we got nervous, but Sarnia Sting came out on top of there 4-3, and then Kitchener Rangers would come to town, and 4-2, a great win there as well. And then down on the road, actually I kind of got that a little backwards. They would go and play the Sioux Greyhounds first and beat them 5-2. Greyhounds have always been a tough team, but Sarnia Sting pulled it out there. And then beating the number one team, Saginaw. Sarnia Sting, for the second time, beating the number one team, Saginaw, 8-2. The Sarnia Sting have built a team and have really got some momentum going, and they're headed for the playoffs, and many people are talking about it around the OHL. So, of course, if you want to find out more about what's happening, you can see some interviews. Check out the highlights of the games. Also, you just go to sarniasting.com to do all of that. And then, of course, I'll be back next Friday, and my co-host will be Laura Domingos, who will join me, and then there'll be a Sunday afternoon game. My friend Lee Baisley is going to join me there as well. So keep following along, Sting fans. Come on out and get your tickets, and keep an eye. I might have some tickets for Friday and Sunday's game for your chance to win to come and see your Sarnia Sting. All right, well, many great things happening in the community, and I'm really excited to talk about this next one. LEO, or Lambton Elderly Outreach. They're really known for their transportation services, but there is a whole lot more that they do. They're actually going to be at a Sarnia Sting game on Sunday, and you can learn all about the prizes, amazing prizes that are going to be happening. But I really want you to get to know the people at Lambton Elderly Outreach. And today we're going to be talking with Amy and Laura, who are a part of a fantastic team out there. There's a whole lot more than just transportation happening at LEO. And take a close look, pay attention to this very close and one-on-one interview about Lambton Elderly Outreach. Well, they're no strangers to the show, but who doesn't like some lovely smiles to join us here today from Lambton Elderly Outreach? Amy Weiler and Laura Domingos. How you doing, ladies?
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Laura, are you doing okay?
I'm good. I'm just noticing how very messy my office looks.
Oh my goodness. Don't even. We can't read any of it. You must have a lot of fans or something that are sending you cards.
Busy.
Well, Lambton Elderly Outreach, of course, no stranger to the community here, and we've got a great special event coming up here. But first, Amy, I guess I'll start with you. Let's just talk a little bit and remind people what LEO is all about.
Sure. So LEO serves older adults, so over the age of 60, and also adults over the age of 19 with disabilities. And our support services and home care helps to enable them to live at home longer. So we know that as people age, they do want to remain with their independence and stay at home. And so hopefully our support services, our wonderful staff and volunteers all make that happen through our many programs. We have programs like PSW and Home Helper. Transportation is a huge one, and Meals on Wheels. Both of those are United Way funded, so we can offer subsidies for those too. But also we like to provide social opportunities and ways for people to connect and engage with the community and with Leo.
Yeah, and I know, not to bring up the word, but that pandemic, I know Leo really went above and beyond what their set expectations were, not just on themselves, but to go above and beyond for the community. And, you know, you talk about the volunteers and the staff, of course, but I mean, I know some people who like drive the buses, etc. People at Leo are like 100% passionate about helping, and like they're happy to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're a small but mighty organization, and that is because of our staff and volunteers and the dedication they have. I think when you choose to work for a nonprofit, you are connected to their motto and their mission, and you want to help with that. And we're so proud of everyone, you know, through the pandemic, of course, and also post-pandemic as we come down and resume all of our regular activities. We are trying, you know, to support our staff and volunteers and offer, again, ways to connect and get people back together.
Yeah, well, and we've being able to be out again now certainly makes it a little bit easier, but we still want to connect with people. Like we said, I think people are still maybe adjusting and getting used to the fact that, yes, we can still do that, right? So that's where Break the Isolation, I guess, was born.
Yes, exactly. That's where it came from, the little play on words with being socially isolated and those long winter icy months where no matter your age, you feel isolated. You feel kind of more alone. The days are short and dark, and maybe you don't feel like you want to get out as much. But we know that, especially with older adults, you know, loneliness and sadness and all those feelings that can creep in can also have repercussions on your health. And so we want to ensure that we have specific activities for that demographic to get involved with. We offer a variety of activities through the Break the Isolation campaign. Some are intergenerational. Some are, you know, just meeting and connecting. We have our Adopt a Driveway program. So that's where our community can come together to support those who need it. We do our gift campaign. So our isolated clients receive a gift over the holidays. And that was sponsored by Shell Canada. So nice to have their support in that. We recently did a meet and greet, so a meet raffle and greet each other event where we raised a nice chunk of money for Leo to be able to do some of these programs. And then up next on the calendar is the Sarnia Sting Chuck-a-Puck, which we're really excited because what better way to connect than over a good old hockey game?
A good old hockey game. Sounds like a title of a song I knew.
Yeah.
Laura, let's bring you into the conversation here. I mean, anybody who knows Laura knows it's no secret that she is probably the #1 Sarnia Sting fan. I see her at every game. You've got to be excited about this.
Yeah, this I absolutely love this event. Because, you know, as you know, of course, I am a very big Sting fan. Love the game of hockey in general, but most certainly I love the Sting and adore that team. But what I love most about this event is it brings my love and passion for what I do Monday to Friday, well, Monday to Sunday, really, with the game. And it's such a nice environment to be able to bring this. So as Amy mentioned, we have a gift campaign at Christmas time, and part of that gift campaign is, you know, we give our clients and our volunteers the option of whether or not they want to come out to this game or they prefer a gift. Some, you know, aren't as able to get out or want to get out as much as others. So right. This event allows us to bring our volunteers together, our clients together, our family together. We have, excuse me, a tickle in my throat. We have a minor hockey team coming out to help us out in support of this. So we get to kind of get that intergenerational thing going again. We've got the youngers with the olders. But yeah, it's an event I absolutely love doing every year. This is, I think, our third year doing it. Last year, we kind of did a whole thing leading up to it. You know, and yeah, you were a part of that as well. So, but yeah, we're just so excited. We've got some more community partners involved in this with donations. We've got some fantastic prizes to give out.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I mean, fantastic prizes. You know, Border Fest tickets that were donated by the Border Fest committee, I guess it is. Yeah. We've got a $200 value night out package that includes a gift card for gas, movies, a dinner at a local establishment, of course, because again, we want to promote our local businesses as well. We've got some kids prize packs it's all Sting gear. It's all wonderful Sting stuff. We've got a Razor scooter. We're going to have face painting. We're going to have prizes. If you buy a puck, come and see us, buy it at the table. You'll get a chance to win a prize. We've got fantastic stuff going on. So super excited.
So I come to the game and I buy I get 3 pucks. And then it's like closest to the middle or whatever, and I win all these. Like, how does this work? How do I win?
Yeah, so you can purchase your pucks throughout the game, beginning of the game, prior to the game, first intermission. During the second intermission, those pucks are going to be thrown, and whoever gets to the closest to I don't know, they put pools out now, I think. So whoever gets it in the pool or closest to the pool, the Sting organization, their helpers decide those pucks. It has nothing to do with Leo. We're just simply there to throw them and clean them up for those that have pre-purchased them, which, by the way, is an option as well, Dave. You know, you can purchase puck in advance.
Okay, I had that question. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, whether or not you go to the game, you can certainly purchase a puck. If you're not able to make the game, we do have, like I said, a minor hockey team that's coming out to help us. They will then throw those pucks on behalf of those that have purchased them that can't be there. So yeah, the closest one wins. They pick out however many prizes.
I just want I want the picnic for 2. What's that? What's that all about?
That's a really, really nice little picnic basket type thing with a blanket and your silverware and a bottle of wine and all that wonderful stuff. It's a little cold right now, I know, for a picnic, but summer is coming. So yeah.
And it's not just any blanket. It's a homemade quilt. It's beautiful.
Yes, another
really
community partner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think I might have it here.
That's amazing, because I didn't think people made quilts anymore. I thought that was kind of a long gone, traditional skill that, you only saw at the Brigden Fair or something.
Yeah, there's a wonderful group in town. They're called Happy Endings. And they get together and they quilt. And so every year they donate about 8 quilts to Leo and these beautiful quilted placemats as part of the gift campaign that we do.
That's really, I'm glad that we were able to bring that up there, Amy, because that just kind of shows the like a community connection with Leo in there as well, that there's a group that said, hey, let's do this. And they're giving back into the community. And then Leo's pushing that forward. It just comes full circle, right?
It really does. It's amazing when you work at a nonprofit. I'm sure many people in this industry would say that is the amount of outreach, people coming to you wanting to help and, what can we do? So it is nice when we have those gaps and we need extra hands and help, and the community has been so giving. It's amazing.
Yeah. And that, like we kind of already said it, but that just comes full circle into this community. Now, I know, I got to say, I'm really proud to always see a Facebook page that's busy, right? So folks, if you're wanting to stay up to date with what Leo's doing with Break the ICE-olation and other services they offer, you can certainly go to their Facebook page and, of course, the website there as well. Now, speaking of community connections, I guess it's important to mention the connection to age-friendly Sarnia Lambton in this as well. Amy, do you want to take that one?
Yes. Yeah. So this is a great community initiative. Many organizations working to make our community age-friendly. And we just wrapped a project to expand our website to include more ages and stages. So with over 600 listings on our website, you can find anything from transportation to employment, volunteerism, Indigenous supports, 24/7 supports. So lots of great new features on there to check out. But Leo is the sponsoring agency, and we work with our partners to make sure this stays up to date. And one of our cool features on this is the events page. So it is completely free to post any community event you have throughout Sarnia Lambton. And it's another great way for people to stay connected and kind of in the know what's going on. Because although Leo has a lot of good stuff going on, so many others do as well too. So we're happy to share and promote all of that information.
So if I have an event like does it have to be a nonprofit event, or is this for anything, or like, you know, I'm having a block party. I can go on there and I can list this.
Yes, you can.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful. And I know that like Age Friendly Sarnia Lambton has been around for several years now. It's certainly seen a lot of growth. Can you share any insights on like is this Age Friendly Sarnia Lambton? Is it getting used well?
Yes. So we relaunched the expanded website mid-November, and since then we've had 4,000 new users to the site. So it is very highly used. The top searches over the last 3 months have been home help at home, so that category, transportation, and the very thing we're talking about today, social participation.
Yeah.
Yes. We see that more of the users are returning, which is a really cool fact because they're coming back for more. And it may also highlight that a lot of frontline people or administrative staff are using this to help their clients. So they're coming back more and more to help provide their clients with information. So we are really focused on navigating and making that easier for people, because it is very hard. If crisis hits, you have to leave the hospital or set yourself up with services. It can be very challenging.
Yep.
So we want this website to be like the one place you could go to find everything you need. If you don't feel like navigating a website, you just don't like the internet, or you don't have the time to do that, we are so proud to have this community navigator phone number.
Yeah, that's really a game changer for a lot of people, because the people that are using the services also might not necessarily be the people seeking out the services, right? A lot of times it's a family member or a caregiver of some sort.
Yes.
And any age, sometimes it's still nice to just pick up the phone. I'm the same way. I can use the internet, no problem, but I still just like the old phone where I can talk to somebody with a pulse, right? So
exactly.
That's a game changer for Age Friendly.
It really is. And to make this happen, we partnered with the Family Counseling Center.
Oh, nice.
So they field all of these calls. They have trained volunteers, and they are there to listen to what your situation is and then point you in the direction of help. Yeah.
I sit here and I listen to this conversation, and all I hear is community connections. Mm-hmm. And that is so powerful. Laura, I want to come back to you and just talk a little bit more about that community connection and other things that maybe we can expect to see coming from, whether it's Break the ICE-olation or just because I know you and Amy together are a rock star team for coming up with ideas.
Yes. Well, Amy and I actually met, and I'm sure I've mentioned this in the past, but Amy and I met through Community Connections quite some time ago when we partnered up to start the Adopt a Driveway program.
Right.
At that time, it was being led by the city, and Amy had reached out to Lambton Elderly Outreach, and that's how we got into contact. But yeah, I kind of agree. We're kind of a force to be reckoned with when we get together. But yeah, as you said, community connections are powerful, but they're also so important because there are so many services out there. that when you bring those together, when you bring those partners together, there's just so much more we can do. And there's so many more lives we can touch, and there's so many more people we can help. Right now I'm working actually very closely with the Red Cross, for example, on transportation and what's going to be labeled, I think it's called the LIFT program now. It used to be referred to as Homeward Bound, which is a program that, they assist in people that are kind of getting discharged from hospital or require extra services or extra help once they've been, gone through whatever it is they've gone through. So often in the past, it's kind of been you're out on your own. So it's really nice to see the community coming together and like you said, the agencies and the partnerships coming together to ensure that they're not left out on their own. They're not left isolated. They're not left feeling unsupported and where do I go now? So, that's a program right now that I'm working on with regards to transportation and in connection with them, but they're also working with us, not just transportation. We've always kind of worked closely with Red Cross with transportation, but now our home health side of things is also being brought into that. So, community connections are so important, not just for support financially, which, again, we have several community partners that have been so good to us at Leo with regards to, donations. And like, Amy mentioned the Shell, who always support our Breaking the Isolation Chuck a Puck game. They helped us out last year. They're helping us out again this year. We've got Brenda Hanlon, for example, who is absolutely phenomenal. She's at Remax now, and she is a huge supporter of Leo. She has been for quite some time. And, not only financially, but physically, emotionally, Brenda's very involved. And so, those partnerships make a huge difference. Of course, we've got our friends out here in Wyoming at Ron Clark Motors that have always been very supportive. We've got McDonald's Canada, Mike Johnson from McDonald's Canada, another big proud supporter of Leo. So we're very, very fortunate in that aspect. But again, what's nice about it is it's not just a financial gain for them. It's, they're connecting on all sorts of levels. They're coming out, they're supporting the events. Brenda actually is a friendly visitor volunteer with us. She has great connections with our clients, as do our employees. Many of our employees, yes, they are paid employees, but they have personal connections with our clientele, which is just phenomenal to see. When our clients are hurting, our staff is hurting. When our staff is hurting, our clients is hurting. So it's really nice to see that it's not just a job, for any of us, quite honestly. It's not just a job. It really is a way of living for us. And we love giving back. And, that's what makes it rewarding for everybody.
And, I can tell you, I know a couple of the drivers, for example, and just having conversations with them, it's always a positive one. And I know some of them as well have stayed, like if I don't know, if they're done at 5:00, they've stayed till 6 or longer. They just, the job has to get done, and they do take it to heart. Now, you've got all these wonderful services and community connections. One question that comes to mind for me though, if I need Leo's services, how quickly do I get a response, and how quickly do I get those services? And because I think sometimes people are, there's always the waiting list, right? So I don't know who wants to address that.
I can speak on behalf of my department as far as community support services go. We do not have a wait list. We do everything we can to make sure that we're able to properly and efficiently serve a client that is in need. So, whether that be a discharge from the hospital same day, whether that be Meals on Wheels needed before the next order date goes in, we do what we can. We do, by policy, have a new client waiting period, but that's just for administrative purposes. We are just 3 or 4 of us in this department right now. So sometimes we can't get back to you the same day, but usually within 2 working business days, we have responded, we have gotten there. As far as discharges and that sort of stuff go, we make those work same day.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are just you're just so organized out there.
Yeah. A couple really cool facts about the transportation at Leo is that it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Really?
And yes. And
365 days a year.
Yes.
Yeah. Every day of the year. Yeah.
Wow,
Every day.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then last year that team, so I think we have about how many drivers? 14 or so?
Yeah, 17 drivers. Yeah.
Okay, 17 drivers. They did over 600,000 kilometers of driving last year. So
Wow.
that's to social appointments or errands or hospital. Sometimes that's to London for dialysis, different things. So it's a pretty amazing team. Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's why, I mean, nobody likes to talk about money, but you know, it's like oxygen. You need it to live. To maintain those vehicles, never mind everything else that Leo does. Let's just talk about the vehicles and maintaining them. The gas bill, my goodness. I wouldn't want that. So, you know, that's again, thankful to, you know, people like McDonald's and Shell, United Way, huge, you know, part of that support that comes along to make it work. And so many people are directly touched by Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know, to be quite blunt, Leo hasn't increased any of our service prices for a number of years.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, it's probably, I want to say I think we're going on 5 years now, 4 or 5 years that there's been no increase to our fees, even though, I mean, as we know, I mean, you can't even buy a flat of eggs now with the way things are going. So, you know, I feel like
right? And oil, like all of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's been it's been a long time.
Well, sorry, Amy, were you trying to add something there?
No, I don't think so. That's
okay. I didn't want to leave anybody out there. Okay.
Yeah, no. You must have read my mind a little bit. I also had a story about just our impacts, but
yeah, sure.
And it is actually from the transportation department, just because not in any relation, it's just the most recent. But talking about how our staff go above and beyond. We had a client and her daughter needing a ride somewhere. So the driver took them, and before the driver picked them up, the daughter called and said, "Oh, it's such a nice fall day. I'm wondering if we could stop at Ipperwash Beach. My mom loves it." And, you know, the coordinator said, "Well, I'll have a look at the schedule. We'll let you know." And the driver came and didn't tell them, but took them straight to Ipperwash Beach.
Oh, wow.
And they were so excited. He even, you know, you can pull onto the sand at Ipperwash Beach. So he pulled the big Leo van right on the sand and opened the door and let her, you know, take some pictures and have a good amount of time just hanging out at the beach. And it just made her day. And it was
and those are the things that a lot of us take for granted, right? To be able to do something like that, or to go for a walk, or you know, I'm so glad you shared that, Amy. That's a powerful story for sure.
Yes, so it is. You know, we do these big things in the community, but the day-to-day is also so impactful. You know, the drivers, the one-on-one time with the clients, if it's friendly visiting, or even Meals on Wheels delivery, that point of contact, and we have so many stories like that of how meaningful these programs are. You
need to start a book of stories, right? Send that out and share that, because well, I mean, really, at the end of the day, you know, everything we talk about is relationships and impact. I say it all the time, you know, relationships and impact, and that makes a world of difference in people's lives. And Leo's been doing that for a long time now. So, kudos to you and the team. And I know there's another large part of the team that we're not talking to today that's helping make that all apart. So thank you so much for your time here today, ladies. And as always, I like to give Amy any last words.
No, just a real encouragement to people just to break the isolation this winter, reconnect with people, join in some community events that are happening. There's a lot starting back up again.
Yeah.
A lot to just share a coffee, share your experiences, pass something on, chit chat, anything to reconnect and take care of your mental health.
Self-care, right?
Self-care, that's it.
Awesome. Laura, do you want to add anything in there?
Yeah, come and see us Sunday, February 5th at the Sarnia Sting game. I will be painting faces. As you know, Dave, I paint my kid's face every game. We are going to expand that. Dorothy and I will be out there painting faces. Like I said, we've got some fantastic prizes. You purchase a puck, you can play Plinko, win a variety of prizes, a cookie, a hat, who knows.
I'm totally coming over to the booth. I came there last year, and I got a bunch of goodies last year.
Yes, for sure. Yes. Yeah, so
nobody's painted my face yet. I haven't been attacked that way yet.
We can make that happen.
Yeah. As soon as I said it, I'm like, why are you saying that?
He's gonna practice how to paint the show logo now.
Right, there you go. Do that.
Right on your cheek.
Come see us.
Come see these fun ladies. Why wouldn't you want to hang out with these ladies? They're always smiling and they're always having a lot of fun. And you can support Leo and just keep continuing to help with that full circle impact that's happening here in the community. Amy and Laura, thank you so much for your time here today.
Yes, thank you, Dave.
You're welcome. And don't forget, Chuck a Puck, February the 1st. We'll be sharing the links on the Facebook page here after the show as well. And also for age-friendly Sarnia Lambton. Make sure you're checking them out online. It's always there. It's 24/7 as well. Yeah. All right. Thanks again, ladies. Until next time, we'll see you at the Chuck a Puck.
See you there. Thank you.
Laura and Amy, we could talk for a long time. They're always smiling and they're always up to something creative and fun to keep supporting what they do at LEO, Lambton Elderly Outreach. Thank you, Amy and Laura, for your time here today. Make sure you go to their website to find out more. And don't forget about age-friendly Sarnia Lambton as well, as Amy mentioned, a great portal for support in our community. And LEO, a great team down there. Thanks to everyone down at LEO for all that they do in our community. Thanks so much for giving us your time here today. And of course, thanks to all of you for always watching. Keep following along, looking for different links and different events that are happening in our community. Some great music happening in our community. I'm going to have some more interviews with musicians coming up shortly as well. If there's someone in the community or an organization in the community that you think deserve having their story told, or you're a part of an organization that you want to share some upcoming events, reach out to me. I think I have an email address around here somewhere. There you go. That's how you can email me directly and tell me your story and why you want to be here on the show. I'd love hearing from you, or just message me on Facebook, whatever the case may be. But there are a lot of great stories still to be told here in our community, and I want to be able to share them here with all of you. Don't forget, click that share button so that the message of today's guest gets spread around. But for now, that's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend. I will see you next time right here on the show. Bye for now.